Hello, ma'am. Hi. Am I audible, ma'am? Can you check that for me, please? If you can hear me, can you just give me a thumbs up or say something? Hi, Vikash. Hi. Am I audible, Vikash? Can you give me a thumbs up if I'm audible to you? Are you able to hear me? Hi, Uzma, ma'am. Am I? Hi. Hello. Hi. Yalio. Yes. Hi. Hi. Thank you, ma'am. Thank you. So we will wait for a couple of maybe another 2 to 3 minutes for others to join in, and then we will begin this live Facebook. Good evening, ma'am. Good evening. Thank you so much, Prabha, ma'am. It's my pleasure to be here today. Good evening. Very good evening. So maybe another 2 minutes we will wait and begin the talk. Okay, I'll try and talk louder. Bharat sir, am I audible now? Good evening, sir. Good evening. I will try and be a bit louder when I speak, but wherever you think I'm not audible, you can let me know and I will try and adjust my volume so that I become audible to the audience. Good evening, ma'am. Good evening, Smriti, ma'am. Good evening, Jennifer, ma'am. Yes. Thank you, Prabha, ma'am, for pointing that out. Thank you. Good evening. It is wonderful to be here today to speak with you about a very important topic. Maybe we can wait for another 1 or 2 minutes more for other peoples to join in and we can start the discussion. I'll start my talk on the topic of child abuse today. Good evening, Nidhi ma'am. I believe we should have more and more such platforms where we can talk about various aspects of the things that children are facing or the kind of things that we face as individuals. So I have already seen a lot of Facebook Live that Calorix Public School has already done, which is a wonderful initiative. Good evening, ma'am. Good evening. Today the topic is kind of a bit important from the children's perspective, and it will be very important to understand it. What we can do, what kind of behavior changes we can bring in, and what steps should we take to be able to make the environment more conducive for a child. Thank you so much, Uzma ma'am. Before I start the workshop, I would like to thank everyone at Calorix Public School, especially for inviting me for a talk here, for giving me this platform where I can share my views on the issue of child abuse. Thank you so much, Uzma ma'am, for having confidence in the work that we do as an organization. It is a great opportunity for us, and I hope I will be able to do justice to this opportunity that you have provided to us. I belong to an organization called Social Axiom Foundation. It's an NGO based in Delhi. I will reintroduce myself. There was a small video that we had circulated in the morning. My name is Pradeep, and I work for an NGO called Social Axiom Foundation based here in Delhi. And we work on the issue of child abuse, child sexual abuse to be specific, with schools across the country. So, because this is a very, very sensitive topic, one of the requests is please make sure that if children are listening to this Facebook Live, they are being supervised by the adults around them. Maybe parents should be accompanying the children. It is very, very important that we do that, because I would not try to use any explicit language to make you understand the issue today, but it is very important to understand there will be certain aspects that they will not be able to understand or perceive the way we want them to perceive. So it is important that we understand the fact that this is a very sensitive topic, and viewers' discretion will be highly advised. Children should be listening to this under the supervision of parents or sitting around the parents. It would be very, very important. Thank you so much all for joining us. Today the topic is about child abuse, especially in the lockdown. Since the very beginning of the lockdown, not just here in the country, but across the globe, a lot of organizations which were working on the issue of child abuse already were kind of worried. Because unlike how we would like to believe, at times, even homes, which we believe to be the most safe spaces for children, they turn out to be places where a crime or an abuse is perpetrated against a child, sometimes knowingly, sometimes unknowingly. So it is very important to understand that we break that stereotype, and also understand from the perspective that yes, homes or the neighborhoods may become unsafe for children at times. So it is very important to understand that. Another perspective that I would like to bring in is that sometimes culturally there are things, religiously it differs from places to places, but the understanding of what abuse can be against a child differs from one place to another, one community to another. So it is important to understand that even if we do not believe something to be an abuse, it may have a psychological impact on the child. So it is very important to understand that if there are certain things that we are doing, certain parlances that we are using, certain kind of behaviors around the child, it may have an impact which may, lead to some kind of trauma into that child. So it is very important to understand it from that perspective. Because of the lockdown, what has started to happen is children have been confined into spaces. They cannot move out of the house. They are not allowed to go out of the house and play with their friends and share things with their friends. So this becomes a very big issue also for the parents. So it is very important to understand that children are spending a lot of time online, and we have to be careful there as well. And not just children, even parents and the guardians and the caregivers of these children have been spending time within the confines of the house, not been able to go out. Even though the lockdown has started to open up, still there are a lot of people who are confined into their house and are not able to go out. So there is a sense of frustration that grows out of it, and that frustration may come out on the children, because they sometimes become the most vulnerable part of our family, and it is easier sometimes to be able to take out our frustration on the children, and that happens a lot. And we have that observation, and we have been told this by a lot of organizations across the country. So children are not only locked down with their parents and people that they know, they have also been at times, there are cases where children were already staying away from their parents in some other city. So there are also children who are not locked down in this period with their parents, but they are locked down with some relative or somebody unknown, not exactly unknown, but maybe in a space where, parents are not there, or the most trusted people around them are not there. So it is very, very important that we constantly keep in touch with such children, and we are able to talk to them again and again, and know what kind of things that they're going through. They're feeling good or they're not feeling good. So regardless, we have to talk about the impact that it can have on a child. Child abuse is also a very, very big problem in our society. Sometimes we fail to acknowledge that problem. Sometimes we feel that no, this is not a problem of our society. It is something that exists in the Western countries and developed countries. It cannot be a possibility in our own country. But we have to remember that child abuse is a very big problem in the country, and we have to acknowledge it, and we have to start making changes in our systems to be able to face it and fight it. And one of the most important things that we have to do is to make sure that we are talking to children about this, we are passing the right kind of information to the children about this. Also, because of the lockdown, because there is a possibility that children will be a part of this particular Facebook Live that we are doing today, I will try and refrain from sharing a lot of data using terminologies which may not be suitable for them to hear. So there are a number of spikes in cases. In fact, there is an article which has come out in Hindustan Times today in the morning, which talks about the increase in domestic violence and increase in child abuse cases, which sometimes become very difficult to fathom. It becomes very difficult to us for an audience when we are reading such a news to be able to wrap it around our head and say that, oh, it cannot happen because children are now safe within their houses. So unlike how we would like to believe, sometimes houses or homes may become unsafe for children, knowingly or unknowingly by parents. So we will talk about these kind of behaviors around the children. So it is one of the biggest problems also because it is shrouded by silence. Such platforms where we can talk openly about child abuse or child sexual abuse that children are facing is very, very important. These kind of platforms, the places where we can have a dialogue around this issue is very important, because child abuse or child sexual abuse is one of those issues that we do not discuss openly. We refrain from discussing such things because it could be embarrassing, because we do not know how to talk about it, because at times it also feels uncomfortable. But it is important to remember that we have to acknowledge that there is an elephant in the room that we have been not looking at for the very long time, we have been ignoring for a very long time, and we talk about these things. And more we do that, it is important. So I will share a couple of point of views of our organization. We believe that if we do certain things around the children in a different manner, our behavior changes. If we can bring about the kind of general parlances that we use around children, the way we have a conversation around children, if we change all of those step by step, it will make a lot of sense. Children will have a sense of safety around these trusted adults, and they seem to be more approachable to the children then. So what are these small little things? These are the things that we have been able to gather. These points we've been able to gather in last 4.5 years. We've been working with schools across the country. We have had great opportunities of having dialogues and discussions with parents and teachers across the country. So this is the learning of last 4 years that I'm presenting to you today, and we hope we will be able to agree with this. Now, again, this is a sensitive information. Some people have joined us just now. We are discussing the topic of child abuse, and please remember, if children are listening to this talk, they have parents around them, it should be done in the guidance of a parent, under the supervision of a parent rather. So a couple of things, and we will start from the fact that, it is very, very important that we encourage sharing in our children. Now, a lot of people believe that children, when they are abused, they only feel negative feelings because they don't have a better understanding of this particular issue. We believe sometimes that children will only feel negative feelings when they are abused, but it is also important to understand that children at times stay confused. So they are not categorically able to put their feeling into a bucket and say, okay, I'm feeling sad, or I'm feeling guilty, or I'm feeling bad about these things. They may feel confused and unaware of what is exactly happening with them. So it becomes very, very important that we tell children and encourage sharing in children, that whatever happens with you, you come back and tell me about it. Even if there is something good that has happened with you, or somebody has spoken to you in a manner which makes you feel good, bad, sad, guilty, dirty, confused, it is absolutely okay to come to me and talk about this. So sharing becomes very important. One of the tips to the parents, a lot of parents tell us that they've started to eat their dinner at least with their children, so that at that dinner table they can create those situations where children are able to share what they have done in a day. So it is very, very important that we pay attention to what children are doing throughout their day, and we talk about it, discuss it. Many times we also fail to understand is that sometimes children are not able to share because they feel how we will react on that particular topic. So it is important to maintain your calm and listen to what children are saying, how they are saying it, and then acknowledge and talk about that. One of another tips that we have, wonderful tip that we have got from one parent, is the fact that when you start sharing about your own day with children, children also start sharing about your day with you. So instead of asking direct questions to children, कि आज school में क्या किया, क्या पढ़ाया, what were you told, what did you do, who did you meet, it is very, very important to understand, when once you start sharing about your own day, even they will start sharing about their own day. So it is important. So not just bad feelings, we have to tell children that it is absolutely okay, even if something good that has happened with you, something that you've enjoyed, please come and share it with me. Very, very important. Another important aspect that we have to teach children is teaching them to listen to their gut feelings or their intuitions or their emotions. If there is something that they are scared to do, tell them it is absolutely okay to be scared and you can come back to me and tell me about that. If they are sad doing something, it is absolutely okay to stop doing that just because they are feeling sad, and they can come back to you and talk about these things. So it is very, very important that we start teaching children that it is important to share about your emotions and what you feel, and it is okay to listen to your feelings sometimes. Yes, creating comfortable space for a child becomes very, very important, because once we start talking like that to our children, they start believing in us more. They look at us from the point of view of that, okay, this person is going to listen to me and understand me, because now whatever we are telling them starts to make sense at times. So this is very important. So feelings and emotions of a child. Another thing, important thing to remember is that in the cultural scenario that we have here in India, we are unable to develop a very strong foundation to the understanding of what personal boundary means. A lot of teachers and parents have told us that children at times do not understand personal boundary. Even adults fail to understand what are the personal boundaries of a person. And this starts at home. Now, this is something which is very common, I would like to discuss with you. At times, there will be people who would come to children and they will pull their cheeks and they will try and raise them in their arms. वो गोदी में उठाने की कोशिश करेंगे, गाल खींचेंगे बच्चों का. So it is important to understand if the child is resisting that particular touch, irrespective with what intention it is coming, it does not matter. We show affection by touching the children at times. We pat their shoulders, their heads, they pull their cheeks, but it is important to understand our intentions. Even if we do this with the best of our intentions, it is very, very important to understand if the child is not liking it, we refrain from doing so, we take a back step. It is very, very important. But generally what happens in our society, हम लोग क्या करते हैं, हम लोग बच्चों को डांटना शुरू कर देते हैं. So we start scolding the child. We start telling the child it is absolutely okay, don't misbehave like that. Reciprocate to that love, the manner in which, these people have been showing affection to you. At times we also tell children that we know this person for such a long time, ये तो हमें बचपन से जानते हैं, so on and so forth, and it is absolutely okay for, let them do this. So it becomes very important to understand that the child slowly builds a particular understanding that anybody that my parents know directly can come and breach my personal boundary. Why? Because that validation is coming from the parents directly. So please understand that. And one more thing to remember while we are discussing this on Facebook Live, whenever I say the word we, I'm not only talking about myself or people who are participating or seeing this particular Facebook Live, I'm talking about society at large, and this is how we react. So it may not be happening in our own homes, but it is happening outside. So more we talk about it, more we discuss these things, it reaches to other families also and they understand. So it may be a possibility that whatever I'm telling you in the workshop today, you may feel, no, this is something that I'm already doing. But make sure that you talk about this to others as well. So if there is a possibility that others are not following it. So it is very, very important. With young children, play activities and drawings are the best medium to understand their current state of mind. Absolutely correct, ma'am. So there are points coming up. I may miss it. If it is an important point, please repeat that point for us. So it is important. How can we build the concept of personal boundaries around children? It is very important for us to respect the yeses and the no's of a child. If a child is saying a no, please refrain from doing something. Don't force them to do something, and slowly we can build. If a child has started to use yeses for something that you want to do, this is also while showing affection to a child. When we touch the child, कई बारी क्या होता है, when we just barge into the house, even if the child is not liking it, we pull their cheeks, we pull them around. Even as parents, we have to start respecting that. If we start asking them, if you start seeing their behavior around the touch that you're passing on to the child, जैसे हम गाल छूने जा रहे हैं और बच्चा पीछे वॉक कर रहा है, तो प्लीज डोंट डू इट. इट इज वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट फॉर देम टू अंडरस्टैंड, ओके, व्हेन आई रेजिस्ट इट, Somebody stopped doing that to me. So it is very important for them to be able to develop that thing in their mind. So it is important we respect their personal boundary as parents, and then only others will start respecting it. And whenever you see that being breached by somebody who is known to the child, even if they are a close relative or somebody, it is important to tell that. We should teach that, tell child, yes, absolutely correct. We should also teach children that they should come and share. This is something that we just discussed. Not just tell about the bad things that have happened with them in a day, but also talk about the good things that has happened with them in a day. So both the things, it is very, very important. And why am I saying this? Because the concept of good touch, bad touch is now being changed to safe and unsafe touches. So Poonam ma'am is asking me how we talk about good touch, bad touch. I would like to bring this perspective to you that now globally the terminology good touch and bad touch is not used. We are now paying more attention to something called safe and unsafe touches. Why? Because safe and unsafe touch as a terminology is less subjective than good touch and bad touch. Good touch and bad touch में क्या problem है? When we start teaching children about good touch and bad touch, they associate that with feelings. And there may be things that children are indulging in, which may be unsafe for them, but it may make them feel good. I will repeat myself again. There may be at times when children indulge in something or somebody else is doing something to the child which they may feel good about, they enjoy it, they like it. And because we have been using the terminology good touch and bad touch around children, they may get confused about it. They may feel that because this is making me feel good, it may be right for me, it may be safe for me. So we have to change the terminology from good touch, bad touch to safe and unsafe touches. It is very, very important. So the concept of safe and unsafe touches is important. Sometimes children, when they are touched, also when we talk about sexual abuse, they may feel good about it unknowingly. The understanding of good touch, bad touch in the society is also that whenever children are sexually abused, they only feel negative feelings, but that is untrue. There are children, we have met survivors ourselves, who have told us that they felt good with that touch. And this is something that we have to accept and acknowledge, because we've been told there are surveys out there which is conducted like that. Children may be in a pertinent age. Say, for example, children are in the age of puberty and somebody may take an advantage of that child. So it is important to understand that children may feel good and they may be curious. But because they do not have an understanding of what is good or bad for them, what is right or wrong for them, what is safe or unsafe for them, we have to build that concept around them. So telling children that there may be things that you may like, but it may be unsafe for you. Similarly, there may be touches by others that you may like, but it is unsafe for you. So these are the things that we have to develop in children slowly and steadily. Also, a lot of comments here which are coming are stating that we have to build an environment which is trustable by the child. So, we have to grow, we have to build a very strong bond with our children. How can we do that? By listening to them, by acknowledging what they're going through, by believing them, by not disbelieving them, but believing them. If they are trying to tell us something that is making them go through some kind of bad experiences or some kind of trauma, we should not reject that thought of theirs. We should acknowledge it and try and understand why they are telling us about these things. Also, at times children ask us a lot of questions and we fail to answer these questions because sometimes we are embarrassed, sometimes we do not know how to handle those questions, what kind of answers should we give to children. And then what happens is, when we trusted adults around children are not able to answer their questions, queries, they may go out and seek it from somebody else, which is even more threatening. So please understand the concept that our embarrassment is not that important. Important is that if a child is seeking information about particular something in an age appropriate manner, we explain it to them. It is very, very important. I'll take a couple of examples. We have been conducting workshops for teachers in last 4.5 years. We've also conducted workshops for parents. And this is something that we usually do. Imagine you're sitting with your children and there is some kind of scene on the television that makes everybody uncomfortable in the room. What do we tend to do generally? We switch that channel. Suddenly we scramble for the remote control on the table and we switch that channel to somewhere else and then we come back to it. So it is important to remember that children, because of what we did, switching the channel and coming back to the channel, they have become inquisitive now. They know, they have observed, okay, there was something wrong in that. Now, if we are not, close enough to the child, or they do not trust us, or we have not given a very safe space or an open environment for the child to be able to discuss these things with us, They may not ask us that question there, but they may go outside and seek that information from their friend, seek the explanation from somebody else, which is far more threatening. So children can go outside, can go on internet to find certain information that may be incorrect also. So it is important that as adults around them, it is important that we talk to them openly and find these opportunities where we can talk to them openly. It is very, very important. And also, believe me, in our society, again, I would like to tell you that when I'm talking about society, society is not only confined to the people we know or where we live. Our country is really, really big, and we are talking about an issue that is, that pans across the country, across the sections, across communities, across religions. It does not matter which strata of society a person belongs to. They can be a perpetrator, irrespective of their gender, it does not matter which strata of the society a child may belong to. They can be a victim of an abuse. So we have to truly understand and say that yes, this is a very much possibility around us, and we should not live in denial. We as an organization, I think we should all, even as parents, should believe in the adage called prevention is better than cure. So if we are able to pass on right kind of information to the children, if there are certain things that we do as parents, it will make a lot of sense. So it is very, very important. So children are very inquisitive. They are questioning you. They are asking questions from you. Please answer, because they already have a knowledge about that. कई बारी क्या होता है, children ask about their private parts. So they will ask, they will point towards their private parts and ask the parents कि इसको क्या बोलते हैं, what is this, why have you not named it? Because generally we skip it. We tell the children these are eyes, nose, mouth, ears of your body, but we skip the part of private parts and we just, go away and go somewhere else and talk about it. So it is important that when children are asking these questions, we take this as an opportunity and we name these private parts to the children as much as possible. Now I also understand that it is not possible for everybody to become comfortable with the biological names of private parts of children, but it is important to understand that we in our society, what we generally tend to do is, there is something called euphemism. When we are not comfortable with a particular terminology, what we do is we create a different kind of a name, a nickname for the private parts of the child, or say for example, maybe a code word that nobody else understand. बहुत बार ऐसा होता है, बहुत सारे पेरेंट्स ने भी हमें बताया कि हम बच्चों को उनके प्राइवेट पार्ट्स के नाम एक्चुअल नहीं बता के, वी क्रिएट दीज निक नेम्स, कोड वर्ड्स, so that whenever a child may use that particular code in front of others, it is not embarrassing for us. So please remember, this embarrassment is not important. What is important is we pass on the right kind of information to children. Again, इसको एक और बात से समझिए. Imagine there is a situation where a child, and there is a possibility of this happening, and in fact this has happened before. So this was shared with us by a few people that we know. Sometimes children are not comfortable talking to their parents, and they are comfortable talking to their friends, or they are more comfortable talking to their teachers. And I'm sure a lot of teachers are participating today, and they will vouch for a fact that children sometimes are more comfortable with their teachers than their parents. So they will confide into their teachers more, they will share certain information with their teachers more than they would do with their parents. And as parents, please learn to accept that too. ऐसा ज़रूरी नहीं है कि आपको ऐसा लगे कि मेरा बच्चा मुझे ही सारी बात बताए. If they are not comfortable, and if they are comfortable with their teacher, please go and speak with them. And also, if you are a teacher, please understand that if a child is confiding into you about certain things without divulging that information to the parents, you at least inform the parents कि आपका बच्चा कुछ बातें मुझे आके बताता है, so don't worry, your child is safe with me. So it is important that you have that communication between a teacher and a parent, because it is important to acknowledge it. तो बच्चा कई बारी है, because they are not able to talk to their parents, they will go out and talk to their teachers. And imagine a situation where a child has been given a code word of their private part, and if the child is trying to confide into a teacher या उनके साथ कोई बात शेयर करना चाह रहा है और टीचर को वो बात नहीं समझ आ रही क्योंकि एक बच्चे को कोड वर्ड दिया गया है घर पे. So it is important that we shed those inhibitions and we talk openly to the child. So again, I'm not saying that in our society we are right now ready to use the private part names with younger kids, or even the kids who are 10, 11, 12 years old, but it is important that we start using the terminology private parts. तो कम से कम अगर हम पेरेंट्स के तरीके से, लीगल गार्डियंस की तरीके से, केयर गिवर्स के पॉइंट ऑफ व्यू से, और इवन एज टीचर्स, इफ वी स्टार्ट यूजिंग द टर्मिनोलॉजी प्राइवेट पार्ट, it will make a lot of sense. So whenever children are asking you these questions, please do not use euphemism, no code words. Please be open, to at least call it a private part, so that if children want to share an information about that with somebody, they are able to do so. क्योंकि एक और बात याद रखिए, as somebody who is a parent, you will not be available for your child 24/7. It is very important to acknowledge that fact. And then it becomes very, very important that you tell your children and identify more trusted adults around you categorically. It is very, very important. याद रखिए कि आप बच्चों के आसपास 24 घंटे उनके लिए अवेलेबल नहीं हो सकते हैं. तो ये ज़रूरी है कि you around your children, you categorically point out trusted adults and you tell the child that someday if you're not comfortable talking to me or I'm not available for you, you can go and talk to them. It is very, very important, because अगर बच्चे को environment नहीं मिलेगा कि मैं किससे बात करूं या किससे नहीं करूं और वो confuse होंगे, तो they will develop their own trusted adult. So rather than they finding out or they finding out somebody who can be trusted, you should make sure that you tell children that other than me, you can share this information with them also. Very, very important. This is a part of effective communication. हमें अपने बच्चों को effective communication भी सिखाना चाहिए, हमें अपने बच्चों को no भी बोलना सिखाना चाहिए. Not just no from touches and something that is कि अच्छी बात नहीं है, गंदी बात है, इस तरीके से नहीं. No in also building up the concept of personal boundary. So if somebody is breaching your personal boundary, you should be assertive and respectful at the same time and tell the other person not to do it. Very important. बच्चों को assertive बनाना बहुत ज़्यादा ज़रूरी है, but in a you have to teach children कि बच्चों को respectful manner में किसी को no बोलना चाहिए. Also telling them who they can talk to, like I've already mentioned. Telling the child, if you've shared something with me and I have not believed you, and if it is something that is troubling you a lot, you can tell the other trusted adult that I have identified for you. So telling children that you can share something which is very close to you, not just with one person, sometimes with a second person also, if I do not believe you. Say for example, if a child has walked up to us and they want to share about something that they've been through, like a trauma, कुछ हुआ है उनके साथ, और हम उसको बिलीव नहीं कर रहे हैं, तो बच्चा फिर क्या करेगा? बच्चा, अगर हम उसको बिलीव नहीं करेंगे, तो बच्चे को क्या लगेगा कि मेरे पेरेंट्स मुझे बिलीव नहीं कर रहे, तो मैं those things. Also, जब हम लोग Okay, it's the internet connection. I'm so sorry. I apologize if I disappeared from your screen for a while or the screen got stuck. It was the internet. These are the technological issues that we have to face while conducting such workshops and such sessions. So I was talking about why is it important to develop effective communication in a child. Not only tell the child that you can share with me, but with another trusted adult around, and we should believe the child. We should also help them give the verbiage. कि किस तरीके से अगर आपको कोई बात कहनी है तो आप ये बातें इस तरीके से कह सकते हैं. ऑल्सो इट इज़ वेरी वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट टू अंडरस्टैंड दैट देर आर सर्टन गेम्स दैट चिल्ड्रन प्ले विद इन द हाउसेज विद देयर फ्रेंड्स एंड विद देयर कजन्स. ये गेम्स छुपा छुपी होती है, बच्चों के आसपास वो गेम्स को नहीं खेल रहा है. वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट थिंग इज to approach effective communication is the best way to develop trust between parents and children. Yes, Seema ma'am has said that. Another important aspect is strangers. Now, all our lives, हमने बच्चों को हमेशा ये सिखाया है कि strangers are people we don't know or who are completely unknown to us. But it is very very important to understand कि बच्चे आजकल इंटरनेट पे भी हैं और वो उन लोगों से भी मिल रहे हैं जिनसे वो बातचीत कर रहे हैं, एक दूसरे को जान रहे हैं. दे आर शेयरिंग इन्फॉर्मेशन विच वी हैव टू बी कीप अ विजिल ऑन एंड वी हैव टू विजिलेंट अबाउट. बट इट इज़ ऑल्सो इंपॉर्टेंट टू अंडरस्टैंड इवन इन द फिजिकल वर्ल्ड आउटसाइड वेयर चिल्ड्रन आर नॉट इन स्कूल और एट होम, when they are maneuvering outside in the society, they cannot maneuver around without talking to a stranger at times. वो strangers से मिलेंगे ही, interact करेंगे ही, and it is important that we build a different kind of understanding of who strangers are, have a very different kind of approach. Because the definition that strangers are people we don't know or are unknown does not fit exactly. Imagine एक बच्चा है जो आइसक्रीम खाता है रोज़ ट्यूशन के बाद और घर आता है, या फिर एक बच्चा है जो गो टू अ स्टोर टू ईट समथिंग बिफोर कमिंग टू होम. वो बच्चा रोज़ उधर जाता है और रोज़ उस आइसक्रीम वेंडर से मिलता है. सो देयर इज़ अ पॉसिबिलिटी दैट द चाइल्ड में बिलीव आई नो दैट पर्सन. For parents of that particular child, there is a possibility that the parents say कि नहीं ये तो stranger है, but वो बच्चा उसको जानता हो. So there are people children know, but they don't know well enough. These are the people who are strangers, and also teach children what kind of rules should they follow around these strangers. So not share their personal information. घर की कोई बात नहीं बतानी, पर्सनल बात नहीं बतानी, अपने शेड्यूल को डिस्कस नहीं करना बार बार. दीज आर द काइंड ऑफ थिंग्स दैट वी हैव टू टीच चिल्ड्रन. अगेन, वन ऑफ द कॉन्सेप्ट्स दैट वी आर वेरी स्केयर्ड ऑफ एज एन ऑर्गेनाइजेशन, अ लॉट ऑफ पेरेंट्स टोल्ड अस दैट दे हैव स्टार्टेड टू टीच चिल्ड्रन स्ट्रेंजर डेंजर. Now this is not right. We cannot create a society full of paranoia. हम बच्चे को ये नहीं सिखा सकते और ना ही हमें ये सिखाना चाहिए कि हर stranger एक danger होता है. It is important to understand that most of the people out there are there to care and protect for the child, but there are rules which we should follow. It is very, very important around strangers. So this is a very new kind of understanding that we are trying to develop. We are trying to understand, and approach should be a bit different. So strangers से कैसे बात करनी है? अच्छा, कई बारी strangers बहुत तरीके की चीज़ें use करते हैं. One thing that has come to light very recently is, आप लोगों ने सुना होगा the credit card frauds that happen. Now the kind of cold calling that happens on credit card frauds, these kind of cold callings have also started to happen with children and people generally in form of abuse. So there may be somebody who may randomly dial a number trying to reach out to a child and start telling them कि मैं आपका एक सीक्रेट जानता हूँ, मैं जानता हूँ आप कहाँ रहते हो, मैं जानता हूँ आपने क्या किया था पिछले हफ्ते और मैं आपके पेरेंट्स को बता दूंगा. It's a blind shot in the dark. But what they're trying to do is they're trying to find the child who may feel threatened with it and start to oblige what the other person is asking of them. So it is very, very important we talk about this also to the child, especially in this current scenario. Hua kya hai? Because physical space has been confined for people. Now these perpetrators are prowling on the internet, on telephone lines. It is very, very important to understand that. So also to talk to children कि अगर आपके पास इस तरीके का कोई कॉल आता है जो threatening feel कराता है and it is not uncomfortable for you, please don't be afraid to talk to me. Because that person may actually tell the child on the call that if you tell your parent about this, I will make sure that I harm you, or some kind of harm happens to your parents or your family, so on and so forth. But it is important that we build that safe space for the child to be able to come back and talk to us. So strangers do not only exist outside in the open world, they also exist in the cyber world. And I was told that Calorix has already conducted a workshop on cyber safety of children. So, but a couple of points to repeat here. It is important that you make sure that you know किस तरह के फ्रेंड्स से बच्चे बात कर रहे हैं इंटरनेट पे, व्हाट काइंड ऑफ फ्रेंड्स दे आर मेकिंग ऑन फेसबुक और सम अदर सोशल प्लेटफॉर्म, सोशल मीडिया प्लेटफॉर्म, किस तरह के बच्चे यूज करते हैं, व्हाट काइंड ऑफ एप्स आर सेफ फॉर चिल्ड्रन, अनसेफ फॉर चिल्ड्रन. सो ये कुछ चेकलिस्ट की चीज़ें हैं जो एज अ पेरेंट हमें करनी चाहिए. तो अनदर इम्पॉर्टेंट थिंग इज this is applicable in physical world also and also digital world. At times children force each other to do certain things. So ये peer to peer pressure जो होता है बच्चों का, इसके बारे में भी हमें बच्चों से बात करनी चाहिए. What we have to tell children is primarily we have to build an understanding that we should not become the victim of someone else's curiosity. If your friend is curious, if someone known to you is curious about something and you are uncomfortable doing it, you can say a no. You are well within the rights to say a no about that. So it is very important that we build on it. It is important that you not become over vigilant. So the question is कि हम बच्चों पे नज़र कैसे रखें, हम सोशल मीडिया प्लेटफॉर्म्स क्या क्या देखें. देखिए एक और बात इंपॉर्टेंट है समझना, that there is a fine line between becoming hyper vigilant around a child and being vigilant around a child. So if we are able to create an open space around the children, a safe space around the children, children will start telling you things on your own. And hypervigilance is where we ask the children कि आप अपने फ़ोन पे लॉक नहीं लगाओगे, आप बार बार मुझे दिखाओगे, मैं आपका कॉल लॉग्स चेक करूँगी या करूँगा हर रोज़. These are things which kind of breach into the personal boundary of the child, and unknowingly what we do is children start hiding things from us. There is a high possibility. So hypervigilance नहीं बनना है. Start sharing. Make up stories around a child and say that कि मैंने एक ऐसा ऐसा ऐप देखा, उसमें ये बातें हो रही थी and I deleted it, so that even unknowingly you've passed on the right kind of information to the child. So it is very, very important. Sometimes confront करना भी बच्चे को ज़रूरी होता है, but you need to confront the child with compassion and affection. आप उसको डांट के बात करेंगे, आप उसको मारेंगे, हम उसको मारेंगे, and that is not the right approach. So punishment, corporal punishment as a corrective measure is also something that we have to take care of. It is not a right approach. It is absolutely not a right approach. It may have a psychological impact on a child which we may not able to see. कई बारी बच्चा adapts that behavior as to be normal. If there is a conflict resolution that is being done by punishing them physically, children may adapt that behavior, and whenever they are in a conflict with somebody, they may use the same thing for their own solution. So it is important children may be able to adapt that. कई बारी ऐसा भी होता है कि children are able to understand कि जैसे for example, this is something that we discussed just in the afternoon today in the office. एक बच्चा है जिसके मैथ्स में नंबर कम आए. अब क्योंकि उसके मैथ्स में नंबर का है, उसको मार पड़ी. but eventually that child took arts as a subject, pursued arts as a subject, and then was able to lead a good life, became successful also. Now in retrospect, if the child is thinking about that particular incident, उस बच्चे को उस मारने से कोई फायदा नहीं हुआ. Even though he was bad with maths, he was good with arts and he was able to lead a successful life, eventually choosing that subject. It is something that retrospectively would not make sense to that child. So please understand. ऑल्सो हमें ये भी समझना ज़रूरी है, जितना ज़्यादा बच्चा ट्रॉमा से निकलते हैं, देर इज़ अ स्टडी दैट हैज़ बीन कंडक्टेड विच इज़ कॉल्ड ACE, एडोलेसेंट, इट इज़ कॉल्ड एग्रीव्ड चाइल्डहुड एक्सपीरियंसेस. इसके तहत ये भी पाया गया है दैट एट टाइम्स देर इज़ अ डायरेक्ट लिंक बिटवीन व्हाट काइंड ऑफ बिहेवियर्स adults develop in their adult life is directly connected to the kind of aggrieved experiences that the child must have gone through as a child. So it is very very important to understand that. Again, बच्चों को rules और regulations भी सिखाना ज़रूरी है. A lot many parents also tell us कि बच्चे rules follow नहीं करते, बच्चे rules तोड़ते हैं बहुत ज़्यादा. तो बच्चों को rules तोड़ना पसंद है, but हमें ये भी समझना है that even as adults we are breaking rules around children. सो चिल्ड्रन, बच्चों का एक तरीका होता है उनको चीज़ें सीखने का. उनमें से एक तरीका होता है मंकी सी मंकी डू. सो दे ऑब्जर्व द पीपल अराउंड देम एंड दे ट्राई एंड अडेप्ट दैट बिहेवियर इन देन ओन कंडक्ट एंड देयर बिहेवियर. अगर एडल्ट्स उनके सामने किसी तरीके से बिहेव करते हैं तो वो भी उस बिहेवियर को अडेप्ट करते हैं. तो अगर हम बच्चों के सामने रूल्स तोड़ते हैं और हम तोड़ते हैं वो रूल्स, और अगर बच्चे भी रूल्स तोड़ते हैं, तो इट इज़ वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट टू अंडरस्टैंड दैट वी एक्सेप्ट राइट, सेट अ राइट काइंड ऑफ एक्सपेक्टेशन अराउंड द चाइल्ड. हम लोग बहुत ज़्यादा ऐसे नहीं कह सकते कि बच्चों को शुड फॉलो एवरी सिंगल रूल टू द टी. एंड आई टेक एन एग्जाम्पल विद यू. हम बच्चों को बहुत ज़्यादा रूल्स सिखाते हैं. हमें रूल्स सिखाना ज़रूरी है, दैट रूल्स आर मेड फॉर योर सेफ्टी, बट प्लीज़ अंडरस्टैंड देयर मे बी टाइम्स वेयर चिल्ड्रन ब्रेक दीज रूल्स एंड इट इज़ एब्सोल्युटली ओके. अगर आपको पता चलता है कि किसी बच्चे ने रूल तोड़ा है, तो उसके साथ बैठे, बात करें और समझे उन्होंने ऐसा क्यों किया. आई टेक एन एग्जाम्पल. Since childhood we have taught our children that you should not talk to your stranger, you should not go and meet a stranger, you should not go with a stranger anywhere, not take anything to eat from the stranger. Imagine a situation, it's an emergency situation with a child. बच्चा सड़क पे चल रहा है, गिर गया, उसको चोट लग गई, and now a stranger has to help. Now there is a direct contradiction in what a child should do in that particular situation and what द चाइल्ड हैज़ बीन टोल्ड एट होम और इन स्कूल. बच्चों को ये सिखाया गया स्ट्रेंजर से बात नहीं करनी, बट अगर बच्चा सड़क पे गिर गया और उसको मदद चाहिए और उसका कोई ट्रस्टेड आसपास नहीं है, बट देर इज़ नो ऑप्शन फॉर द चाइल्ड बट टू टेक हेल्प फ्रॉम दैट पर्टिकुलर स्ट्रेंजर. बट अगेन, लाइक आई सेड अर्लियर, इट इज़ इंपॉर्टेंट टू क्रिएट रूल्स. तो इस तरह के इमरजेंसी सिचुएशंस भी बच्चों के साथ डिस्कस करना ज़रूरी है. अगर आप मार्केट में खो जाए, अगर आपको चोट लग जाए, तो किसी से मदद लेना, मगर कैसे लेना, फ़ोन करना. सो दीज आर थिंग्स दैट वी हैव टू अंडरस्टैंड. इट इज़ ऑल्सो इंपॉर्टेंट टू अंडरस्टैंड कि हम बच्चों को चाइल्ड हेल्पलाइन नंबर बताएं. वी समटाइम्स एट पेरेंट्स वी बिलीव दैट हम हैं बच्चों के लिए एंड दैट इज़ इनफ. बट वी हैव टू अंडरस्टैंड चिल्ड्रन मे नॉट ट्रस्ट अस विद सम काइंड ऑफ इंफॉर्मेशन एट टाइम्स, बिकॉज कई बार हम पेरेंट्स भी क्या करते हैं, कभी कभी जब बच्चे हमें आके कोई बात बताते हैं, तो जिस तरीके से हम लोग बच्चों को इंटरोगेट करते हैं, हम कन्फ्रंट करते हैं बच्चों को, द वे वी टॉक टू चिल्ड्रन व्हेन दे शेयर समथिंग दैट हैज हैपेंड विद देम, it kind of shifts the blame of that particular incident onto the child. बहुत बार ऐसा होता है when children will walk up to us and tell us about something, हम उनको कहेंगे क्यों गए थे, किस लिए गए थे, मेरे से क्यों नहीं पूछा था, अपने बड़े भाई को क्यों नहीं लेके गए, why did you go in the afternoon, why not in the evening, half pant क्यों पहनी थी, why not wearing. So we ask these why questions. Please understand, when we ask these why questions to a child when they are confronting into us, what we're doing is we are shifting the blame of that particular incident onto the child. And now children, when again and again that happens, children become more defensive about sharing what they have gone through with the parents, because they will be kind of blamed. So unknowingly, unintentionally we shift the blame onto the child, और फिर बच्चा धीरे धीरे हमसे बात छुपाने लगता है. तो ये बहुत ज़्यादा ज़रूरी है कि इस तरह की छोटी छोटी बातें हम बच्चों के सामने ना करें. एक और चीज़ जो हम लोग बहुत ज़्यादा करते हैं समाज में, कि पुलिस को बच्चों को पुलिस से डराते हैं कि खाना नहीं खाओगे तो पुलिस ले जाएगी, होमवर्क नहीं करोगे पुलिस ले जाएगी, इफ यू नॉट डिसिप्लिन पुलिस विल टेक यू अवे, आई विल कॉल द पुलिस इफ यू डू दिस. So imagine a situation if the child is standing on the road and if they need help and there is a person in uniform standing across to them. Do you believe that it will be easy for that child to be able to seek help from that person in uniform? सो इट इज़ इम्पॉर्टेंट व्हाट काइंड ऑफ जनरल पार्लेंसेस, हम क्या बातें करते हैं, कैसे करते हैं, उसका एक बहुत बड़ा इम्पैक्ट होता है बच्चों पे. सो हम समझें इन बातों को और हम कोशिश करें कि हम बच्चों के आसपास ये बातें ना करें. नाउ दिस इज़ अ वेरी सेंसिटिव टॉपिक अगेन. Before I close the Facebook live, and we have been talking for a very long time, there are a couple of points that have come. Parents need to know what WhatsApp group of the children are a part of. Absolutely correct. Parents should know about what kind of WhatsApp groups they are a part of. But without sharing your own information with them, do not expect them to be sharing all information with you. It's a give and take relationship when sharing of information comes. So as parents, आप अपनी जितनी बातें उनको बताएंगे वो भी आपको उतनी ही बातें बताएंगे. तो आप अपनी बातों में रोज शाम को जब आप बच्चे के साथ बैठे, ट्राई एंड स्पेंड सम टाइम विद चिल्ड्रन इन द इवनिंग. इफ इवन इफ यू आर अ वर्किंग पेरेंट, मेक श्योर दैट यू कम बैक एंड आर टॉकिंग टू चिल्ड्रन अबाउट योर ओन डे, अबाउट देयर डे. So it is very, very important. Sometimes younger generation replied very annoyed way any reason. So you can, so yes, another thing what we have to understand is, कई बारी बच्चे बहुत रूड तरीके से हमसे बात करते हैं, बहुत रूड तरीके से हमें रिप्लाई करते हैं चीज़ों में. उस समय मैं आपसे यही रिक्वेस्ट करूंगा, प्लीज मेक श्योर दैट यू डू नॉट रिएक्ट इन अ वेरी in a very dangerous manner around the child, or in a manner which is threatening to the child. Very, very important. We have to maintain our calm. आखिरकार वो एक बच्चा है, and they do not know what is better for them or what is good for them. For their lack of judgment, sometimes they snap back at parents. वो reply भी गंदी तरीके से करते हैं, वो जोर से भी बोलते हैं. But again, we have to understand, for the lack of better judgment they do that. उनको नहीं पता they are being respectful at times. Not just only children, even we behave like that at times. We also snap back at others around us, maybe around our parents, maybe with our friends we do that. So it is important to understand. ये रिएक्शन सिर्फ बच्चों से नहीं आता है. थैंक यू फॉर ब्रिंगिंग दैट पॉइंट अप मैम. ये रिएक्शन पेरेंट्स का भी होता है. तो हमें बच्चों को ऐसे भी तैयार करना है. कई बारी बच्चे जब हमें कुछ ऐसी बातें बताते हैं, देन वी रिएक्ट इन अ वेरी एडवर्स मैनर. हम बच्चों को कई बारी बहुत तरीके से डांटने लगते हैं. समटाइम्स वी गो इनटू अ शॉक, समटाइम्स वी आर सरप्राइज, समटाइम्स वी गो साइलेंट अराउंड द चाइल्ड, समटाइम्स वी गेट एंग्री एंड स्टार्ट स्कोल्डिंग द चाइल्ड, एंड समटाइम्स वी ऑल्सो इन्वॉल्व इनटू इंडल्ज इन फिजिकल वायलेंस. सो एट टाइम्स वी ऑल्सो हैव टू टॉक टू चिल्ड्रन एंड टेल देम कि कई बार अगर आप मुझे कोई बात बताने हो एंड आई डू नॉट रिएक्ट द वे यू हैव एक्सपेक्टेड मी टू रिएक्ट, प्लीज मेक श्योर that I did not mean any harm to you. You can come back and talk to me again, because as humans we will make those errors. हम करेंगे वो बातें, हम कई बारी अपना कूल खो देंगे, अपना कामनेस खो देंगे, और हम बच्चों के सामने ऐसे रिएक्ट करेंगे. तो ये रिएक्शन इज नॉट ओनली विद द चिल्ड्रन, इट इज ऑल्सो रिएक्शन ऑफ द पेरेंट्स व्हेन चिल्ड्रन आर confiding into us. So it is very, very important. जो हमने चीज़ें डिस्कस की, ये बहुत ही एक जनरल बातें हैं, और ये बच्चों के आसपास करना, उनको ये बातें सिखाना, एंड दिस इज़ अ ग्रेट अपॉर्चुनिटी इन द लॉकडाउन व्हेन यू आर एबल टू स्पेंड मोर टाइम विद चिल्ड्रन. इट इज़ इंपॉर्टेंट कि हम इस अपॉर्चुनिटी का ग्रास्प करें और हम ये बातें बच्चों से कर पाएँ, उनको ये बात सिखा पाएँ. देयर आर अ लॉट ऑफ अदर थिंग्स. मेक अ चेकलिस्ट ऑफ थिंग्स. एज पेरेंट्स आपको पता होना चाहिए बच्चे कौन कौन सी गेम्स खेल रहे हैं ऑनलाइन. एज पेरेंट्स यू शुड ऑल्सो बी अवेयर अबाउट द फैक्ट दैट व्हाट काइंड ऑफ सोशल मीडिया ग्रुप्स दे आर अ पार्ट ऑफ ऑनलाइन. एज पेरेंट्स यू शुड ऑल्सो बी अवेयर द काइंड, इफ द चिल्ड्रन आर कमिंग होम बाय अ वैन और अ रिक्शा, वो रिक्शा वाला किस तरह के गाने चला रहा है गाड़ी में. आप उस रिक्शे वाले से खुद भी जाके पर्सनली हर हफ्ते मिले, बात करें. आप बच्चों से पूछे क्या वो स्मोक करते हैं. ट्राई एंड अंडरस्टैंड दैट इफ दे आर डूइंग दैट व्हाइल चिल्ड्रन आर इन द इन द वैन, इट इज़ इंपॉर्टेंट. तो ये बड़ी तरीके की चेकलिस्ट की बातें हैं जो पेरेंट्स को पता होनी चाहिए, पेरेंट्स को अवेयर होनी चाहिए. पेरेंट्स को कंडक्टर्स के नाम पता हो, पेरेंट्स को पता हो व्हाट काइंड ऑफ एक्टिविटीज़ दे आर इन्वॉल्व इन द स्कूल. हाँ, इट इज़ इंपॉर्टेंट कि बच्चों से आप आइडेंटिफिकेशन लेके अगर वो अपना रूट समझ पा रहे हैं घर तक फ्रॉम स्कूल. से फॉर एग्जांपल, इफ द चाइल्ड इज कमिंग बैक फ्रॉम स्कूल टू योर होम, आर दे एबल टू आइडेंटिफाई द रूट, बिकॉज इट मे हैपन इन एन अनसेफ सिचुएशन, दे आर टेकन अवे, या फिर कोई और रास्ता ले रहे हैं, तो बच्चा आपको वो बात आके बता पाए. बिकॉज एक और बात समझिए, द परपेट्रेटर समटाइम्स डायरेक्टली, फॉर at the very first instance, do not abuse the child. They try and test a lot of things around them. They also try and build and groom the child. So it is very, very important कि हम ये बातें समझें. और कोई भी जो रेगुलर बात होती है उससे ऑफ बीट कोई बात हो बच्चे के आसपास, तो बच्चा आपको आके बता पाए. सो दीज आर द काइंड ऑफ अंडरस्टैंडिंग दैट वी हैव टू डेवलप अराउंड आवर चिल्ड्रन. सो इट इज़ वेरी, वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट. Also important to talk about what has happened with children at home. आपने ऑनलाइन क्या किया, आज कैसे किया, ये सारी बातें भी करना ज़रूरी है. प्लीज़, इन द करेंट सिचुएशन ऑफ द लॉकडाउन, इट इज़ इंपॉर्टेंट टू बी विजिलेंट कि हम ये ध्यान रखें कि बच्चा ऑनलाइन क्या कर रहा है, कैसे कर रहा है, किन से बात कर रहा है, ये ज़्यादा ज़रूरी है अभी. एंड ऑल्सो please believe, unlike we would like to regularly believe that homes are safe spaces for children, आपको ये बात भी ध्यान रखनी है कि क्या पता बच्चा आपसे उतना ज़्यादा सेफ फील ना करता हो या कॉन्फिडेंट फील ना करता हो। आपको रिस्पेक्ट तो करता है बट अपनी सारी बातें अपने दोस्त को ही बताता है, अपने टीचर को ही बताता है। दैट इज़ अ हाई पॉसिबिलिटी, सो प्लीज़ रिस्पेक्ट दैट टू। And in this particular situation, when children are not getting that safe space, it is important that we provide that safe space to children. एक important number है जो मैं आपके साथ share करना चाहूँगा. This is a child, this is a helpline number, psychological helpline number of Fortis Hospital. So I will just share this हेल्पलाइन नंबर ऑफ फोर्टिस हॉस्पिटल विद यू, जो आप बच्चे को डायरेक्ट बता सकते हैं एंड द चाइल्ड कैन डायरेक्टली कॉल. सो इफ यू एज एडल्ट आर गोइंग थ्रू एनी काइंड ऑफ psychological trauma, you can call on it, and you can also call on the number provided by Fortis Healthcare. Now, I will just call that number out if you would like to note it. The number is 837 680 4102. I'll repeat it: 837 680 4102. It's a helpline number of Fortis Healthcare. They have the largest department of mental health across the country. They have a lot of psychologists. अगर कोई भी व्यक्ति या कोई भी बच्चा or any adult who calls on this number, at the receiving end there would be either a clinical psychologist or a counseling psychologist. So please remember that you share this number with the child so that they feel comfortable. If they have not been able to talk about something with you, they are able to seek help from there. So it is very, very important. So helpline number of Fortis, maybe if I can request one of the teachers here or the participants to type it out for others. I will just repeat that for you. Can somebody type it out for others? Oh, Uzma ma'am has already done that. Thank you so much. So please remember, you share this helpline number with children. Also, there's another child helpline number called 1098. आप ये भी बच्चों के साथ share करिए. It is very, very important. Please remember, even in the times of lockdown, the abuses that children are facing has been increasing. In fact, there is a spike. And we have to understand that children sometimes do not feel safe even at home. So it is important for us to be able to build behavior and build rapport with the children so that we make the environment of our homes conducive enough for a child to be able to share whatever they feel like sharing with you. Thank you so much for this opportunity again to Calerix Group. I hope I was able to do justice to the time that you have all taken out today to listen to us on this important topic. This is a very sensitive topic. Again, it was important that children around you were listening to this in the supervision of a parent. And please make sure you openly start discussing things with children now. It is very, very important. Thank you so much for listening to us and tuning into this today. And I hope to see you soon again. We run a project called Project Kaka in schools across the country. It's called Project Children Against Child Abuse. एंड जो भी बातें मैंने आज आपको बताई है, हम चाहते हैं कि और हम कोशिश कर रहे हैं कि बच्चों को ये स्कूल्स के माध्यम से भी पढ़ाया जाए. सो मोर एंड मोर. थैंक यू सो मच. And I'm glad if you liked it. Thank you so much. And if I said something that was offensive to somebody as a speaker, I would like to apologize for it. Also, if somebody had to relive their own memories because of what we spoke about today, what I spoke about today, I'm extremely sorry, but it was important to talk about these things openly. And I truly hope that you will now, whatever I have told you today, will apply in your daily lives, and also talk to people around you, talk to your relatives, your friends about this. And please, please have an open discussion on the issue of child abuse. These abusers are living amongst us. They should know that we have started to openly talk about this thing, openly start to discuss about these things so that they are aware and it reaches them and they refrain from doing so. Thank you so much once again. And now I'll probably end the workshop. Thank you so much for the opportunity, Uzma ma'am, once again, and thanks to Calerix Group. Thank you so much.